What's up, everybody? This is Dan here on YouTube. Just taking in the scenery, just thinking about it. I'm using Zorin OS, and it's awesome. And there's a lot of cool things about it. One of the cool things that stands out to me is the Brave browser comes with it by default, and I really like that because I'd been using Firefox, and I don't mind Firefox. I just don't like where the direction it's heading, so I decided to install Waterfox, but I did it through downloads. So it's the end of the year. I'm just kind of reviewing, you know, just what I feel like reviewing today. But anyway, I installed it uh, through the terminal, or not through the terminal, but I downloaded it and linked it, moved it to opt and linked it, and put the icon in the menu so I could use it. So I did it manually for Waterfox, so I'll have to probably uninstall it manually and reinstall it manually because I don't know if I can update it yet or not. But I'm still new to Waterfox, but it's a pretty good browser, and I have it on both machines. I got another machine this year. Uh, I'm not using it right now though. I'm using my main machine I got back yesterday, which is my ThinkPad P1 Generation 2 with Quadro T2000 graphics and 64 gigs of memory and an i9 processor. It's pretty sweet. But the new laptop is a ThinkPad P14S 2022 AMD Ryzen 7, 32 gigs of memory on it, and it runs pretty good. So that's going to be hers to use. It's going to be my wife's to use. So, but it's still my laptop. But anyway, there's a lot that I like about Zorin OS. That's one of the things I like. And another thing I like about it is you can link all your online accounts. I think that's very smart of them to do that. Even though I don't use a lot, like I got my Google account that I could use in Brave if I wanted to, but I don't have it signed in right now because I don't care about it. I don't use it that much, but that's just me. Um, so, but you have Software Center that comes with Zorin. I mean, I've been using Mint also this year, and I really like both of them. I think they're both good for different things. It's not necessarily the same operating system, but they're both based on Ubuntu long-term support 24.04, what they're based off of. But for me that works great because if I, because of my busy schedule, if I miss an update, it's not going to kill me, like other systems. So that's what's so great about this. So if you're like a user that's been around the block like I have, where you've used Arch, you've used DWM, you've used a lot of different things, and your schedule gets busy, it's better just to keep it simple because I can't always make a video. I wish I could, but I can't. And but anyway, I'm just going through things. But what the cool part about Waterfox is that it's still a lot like Firefox. So I'm trying to get this because I'm still getting used to this, but sometimes it'll open up a certain way. But that's because of how I had it with the thing, which I like. You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with it. What's cool is it's similar to Firefox. It just takes away the telemetry and the AI and all that. So, but I don't know if it will link up with everything just like Firefox will, but I haven't tested that out yet. But I know that you have your same ideal things like delete cookies when Waterfox is closed. So, but anyway, those are the options there. It's similar to Firefox, but I think they have it designed where you can see about Waterfox and see if it's up to date, and it is up to date. So if it's not up to date, I'll know it. So that's Waterfox, and that's where I recommend Zorin. I think if you don't want Firefox and you're just looking to make your life easier, and you've been around the block, I think Zorin's great for that. I think but what's great about Linux Mint is it works on all kinds of hardware. It works on old hardware, new hardware, and the light edition of Linux Mint is more accessible than Zorin. You got to go through hoops to get the light OS, but I'm not worried about the light OS. I like GNOME. I don't have a problem with GNOME. This is based off of GNOME, and you have different appearances you can do. I'm sorry I'm going back and forth between Mint and Zorin, but I really like that you can change the appearance. You can get more desktop layouts if you upgrade to Zorin Pro, which I'll just bring up right quick. I'll just bring up the Zorin website here. I'll just open up another browser. So I'm not going to restore Brave. I'm just going to click out of that because I don't care. And I'm going to go to Zorin. There we go. Zorin.com. There we go. Anyway, I'll take this call here in a minute. Phone is ringing, and I'll eventually answer it. Let me go ahead and turn that off. There we go. So, anyway, when you go to downloads, you can go to just download right here, but it shows the Pro edition, which comes first, and you have to pay $47.99 for the Pro, and for Core it's free. For education is free. I just got the Core because it's good enough for me on what I do. So, but I'm not always going to be. But the only thing I don't like is sometimes it's a little glitchy. So, but it could just be keyboard problems. But I don't think it's keyboard problems. It's just a little glitchy. So, but anyway, I like Zorin OS. I like Waterfox. I like all kinds of stuff. And I'm talking about all kinds of stuff. So, but anyway, I think what I want to know from you guys is what apps are you using this year, and what's your experience been like? I had to fix my laptop, so I had to get another laptop, which is something that I don't want to do again. So, if my keyboard goes bad on my laptop, I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I know that I know where to get it fixed. But yeah, you have all kinds of options on here, and I can't cover everything, because there's so much stuff I'm talking about. And but I think that's going to be it. I just wanted to say Happy New Year and what software you guys are using because I'm curious. And that's going to be it. So, thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year. And that's going to be it for me. So, see ya.
This has been a Dan Matheny production. Thanks for watching.